Huh. Look at that. That works. That is so cool. So, good morning. Practice, practice, practice. I don't really feel like doing a video. I don't feel like doing much of anything, but I keep watching videos and keep doing my other things, which is, preserving the food. Anything to not feel so anxious about everything that's going on. And food preservation makes me feel better. Honestly, half the time recently, I feel like I'm having a freaking heart attack. Chest tightness. And yes, somebody's going to say, oh, well, it's because you smoke, or because of this, because of that. I've smoked since I was 9 years old. And, well, that's a long time ago. 40 years of nicotine addiction. It started out, I used to roll my mother's cigarettes. She didn't know what to do with me. I was a very hyperactive child who questioned everything, and she would find ways to keep me entertained. And that was one of them. Sit me down with a box of tubes and a tin of tobacco when it was still a tin. And that's what I'd do. I'd sit there till they were all rolled. And of course, I had friends then, kind of, people that lived at the apartment buildings. Some of them being older. And since I had access, it was so easy. Take a couple here, take a couple there. And that's what I did. Huh. Well, anyway, so 40 years of smoking cigarettes. I quit once, and I actually quit for just over 3 months, and I did it. No pills, no anything. I just did it, which means I can do it again, and I will. Now, I will. It's an excuse, but at the time, we had a horrendous family incident happen with one of my grandchildren, and the group of us, parents, grandparents, it was better to go downstairs, buy a pack of smokes, or 6, than it was to go get a case of beer, or just a 2-6 of vodka, or a lime, or 17, because my grandbaby was gonna die. She's still, oh, sorry, okay. Not the granddaughter that lives with me at the moment. The first granddaughter, Talia, she has Williams syndrome. And that meant that she had to have surgery, open heart surgery, when she was a tiny little baby. And it won't be the last time. She has the most amazing eyes. It's not the same, obviously, as you grow. Things change. And I have to admit, I haven't seen her in a long time. Her eyes, I knew that there was something, but I'm not formally educated, so I didn't even make it to high school, so I don't even have basic actual science skills or anything. I have what I've read in books, and I used to be I used to be a prolific reader. I'm not very good at the talking part, but I love to read. So I knew that there was something about her eyes. She had star systems in her eyes, swirling galaxies that I'd never seen anything like it. Turns out that's an indicator for something wrong with the gene sequences. Sorry, there's a hair or something stuck. So we found out that she probably wouldn't live very long. She's still not going to live very long. People with Williams syndrome, they don't. They just don't. But they're super happy. So, happiest, strongest little girl I have ever met in my life. And that weekend is when we all stopped quitting smoking and went back to our safest addictions. Yeah. Coffee, cigarettes. Can do that all the time. At that point, marijuana wasn't legal. Not that it's, I don't know. Anyway, it's not like I could just carry a couple around with me when I go to Children's Hospital and spend the day there, you know, and just go out onto the street and have a hoot. No. So, cigarettes and coffee. That's Jay's. There's a Jay outside waiting for a peanut, screaming for a peanut. So anyway, smoking. I have quit. I will quit again. It has to be soon, mostly because I can't justify the cost for the mental stability. It's nice to be able to come out and literally feel, oh, it sounds funny because, you know, it's the chest thing, but it actually, right away, even if I'm having a chest tightening, can't breathe, anxiety attack, it loosens everything and I have a minute. Sometimes that's all I have is that minute. Oh. So, I'm going to quit. I already made the announcement to the children that I live with. Not to the grandbaby, because then she'll just be on my butt all the time and that becomes crankiness. For me, it becomes crankiness. Oh, goodness. I had other things to say. I was going to talk about my next... I should write this out. No wonder you guys all make a script, right? I am not one of those ladies. I've always wanted to be the June Cleaver, right? But are you kidding? No, I am a normal person who, or I should say the average person, I guess, for my income bracket. So don't get all like, ah, please. Just a person. I want to be, I'd love to say that, you know, all my flat surfaces are flat. That I'm super tidy and got my crap together. Woo! You know it, right? No, not even close. I haven't worn makeup in 10 years. Well, a little bit here and there, just to make myself feel better, like a little bit of eyeliner, a little bit of mascara, because, you know, people are supposed to have eyelashes. More recently, I've actually bought some makeup, mostly because of these videos. I don't look in mirrors. My house there's so many mirrors in there. And it would make you think that, you know, I spend all my time in front of them, but I don't. Actually, I started putting them up because I need to be able to look at my face or the rest of me and not feel disgust. Not start picking it apart for various reasons. Anyway, because of these videos, I've decided to invest in some new makeup so my face doesn't fall off from the stuff that's a decade old. Wow. Oh my goodness. I gotta tell you, what a trip that is. Just in and out. I'm not wearing anything right now. It's just been literally the last couple of days. I have a box here that is 3 different orders. 2 through Amazon and 1 through Sephora, because it turns out they have this magic stuff. They have this, ladies, gentlemen, people's in between. Fenty. I hear it occasionally, but I really had to. This primer, oh my goodness, you don't even know. You just don't. I didn't know. I tried it on my hand yesterday. Half of it. I put it on half my hand. The skin, it's still my skin. You can't see anything on it, but it's so smooth. My skin hasn't looked like that.